What's really good, bozos, bullies, buffoons, babies, backbreakers, and bozos again? It's your boy Deuce. I'm here with Brody. It's the Broadcast Boys Show. Welcome to another episode, at home edition. The studio is still under construction.
I believe it's close, though.
Yeah, but we almost there.
So close to our new digs.
Yeah, the studio should be real nice. It's going to look not too dissimilar from our last studio setup, but a little bit bigger. I had a dream last night.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
No. So Stephen A was in my dream again, but this time he wasn't alone. He's with the good brother A-Rod.
Oh, was this a broadcast dream or a socializing dream?
Nah, this was a socializing dream. So check it out. So I'm going to set the scene. We were at like a happy hour, right? And it's the kind of bar that like the NBA would like pay, like rent out for like a pre or post event. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a corporate event?
Yeah, kind of like that kind of vibe, right? So I'm walking around with A-Rod, just me and A-Rod at first. A-Rod is dapping up all these people, shaking hands, you know, doing the whole A-Rod thing as he normally would, right? So I go up to him, I'm like, A-Rod, like it's got to be annoying for you to have to dap up all these people and shake all these hands to people I'm sure you don't give a shit about. He was just like, yeah, nah, but you know, I enjoy meeting people and I also have fun with it. I like coming up with these like interesting handshakes. Bro, I know, but check it out. So he shakes my hand, right? He's like, check it out. So shake my hand, hip bump, and then sprint away.
Oh.
So we shook each other's hands, we hip bumped, and then he ran.
So he bailed on you.
So he bailed. So then he came back and we just had like this big corny like A-Rod laugh about it.
Oh my goodness.
Right? All of a sudden, Stephen A. Smith walks up with him drinking one hand, a little plate of hors d'oeuvres in the other, right? And he's just like, hold on, I wrote it down because I need to know.
Did you wake up and write this down?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to text it to you. Then I was like, honestly, we were recording the podcast today, so I'm going to tell this story because I think it's funny. I can give a fuck.
Stephen A. Smith does not strike me as a drinker.
He came up with me with drinking one hand and a plate of hors d'oeuvres in the other, right? And he said, quite frankly, Deuce, he said, quite frankly, I need to be frank about quite frankly with Stephen A. Smith. I should have never disrespected you like that.
Oh, my God. He does say when he's wrong, he owns up to it, which just isn't true. But in this case, it is. He's a bigger man.
I mean, for those of you who don't know, that I told the story when I was 12 years old, and I went on Quite Frankly with Stephen A. Smith, and I asked him a question about the Knicks free throw shooting and whether or not it would have helped him to win a game. And his answer was, of course. Next question. And basically sunned 12-year-old me. So in my dream last night, he came through and apologized. And then after he was just like, I never should have disrespected you like that. And I was like, oh, it's all good, Stephen A., we're good. And he was like, now I've been looking around and I've seen a lot of ladies in here.
Oh, no.
And they look nice. And I swear to God, as soon as he said it, my eyes opened up and I'm cracking up in bed. Like laughing in bed at the stupid ass fucking dream that I had. But, you know, stay tuned for more dreams that I'm having with Stephen A. Smith. I don't know what it means.
You clearly admire him.
I mean, obviously.
And his pursuit of women.
Of course. I admire everything about Stephen A. Smith. He's a fucking legend.
There's no way Stephen A. is pursuing ladies at a corporate event. No way. I'm sure he'd be creepy to them, but he wouldn't bag.
No, but on some level, it's like Stephen A. Smith and A-Rod at a corporate event is exactly how I would probably operate.
That's high praise for yourself.
Listen, I do what I do. I'm good with people.
I take A-Rod over Stephen A. Smith all day in those type of events.
Yeah, but Stephen A. Smith is probably a little bit more real than A-Rod is.
That's true. Although he's performing nonstop the entire day.
Well, yeah, of course. But I still think that A-Rod is going around like a dirty politician.
That's true.
Shaking hands, kissing babies.
Stephen A. won't be nice to everybody. A-Rod will be nice to everybody.
Just the ones that he respects and just the ones that he goes way back with.
Someone that's too charming is dangerous.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, my God. But I just thought that was so funny. Do you ever remember any of your dreams? Do you dream?
Very rarely. I do dream, but I feel like I forget all of them most of the time.
It's hard. I can't
recall any great ones recently.
I mean, it's hard just because that's why I try and write them down. Because you wake up from a dream and even if it's fire, like 10 minutes later, you'll forget because your brain is half awake.
I can't remember any dreams in like the past month, unless they were electric. I do remember one dream. This could have been anywhere from 6 months to a year ago.
Okay.
I was sitting down with Rihanna about to interview her for Vogue or Vanity Fair. And I woke up.
Oh, all right. So it's a quick little moment. It was like a moment in a dream. I like that.
I mean, I didn't get to interview her, though.
I know, but you were still in dreamland with Rihanna, and that's
true.
She looked nice.
I don't even think like she was approaching the table. I don't even think I said hi to her.
Oh, so you were just in the same room as her?
It was like a journalism interview, like I was writing a story.
Oh, okay.
And then another one. I think it might have been the same night. I was supposed to link up with Drake and do a TikTok video.
Okay.
And I went out onto my balcony and I saw him because he had texted me like, I just need to run across to the street and get something.
He was outside your window with a boombox playing Marvin's Room?
It was like I was on like the 30th floor in Miami or something.
Okay.
I saw him on the ground and he went to go get a drink, maybe a Celsius, and then I woke up.
Specifically a Celsius.
So I can never collaborate with my idols.
That shit is hilarious.
Those are two that I remember very vividly because it's extremely devastating. Rihanna was worse, very much worse to me.
Yeah.
I was on the verge of getting a blockbuster story.
I mean,
That
exactly.
could have been a big break in my career.
Shit could have went left real quick.
My mom has wild dreams too, though.
I'm sure we got to interview her about her dreams.
She said she had a dream me and Skylar were doing heroin in the bathroom.
Jesus, that's like a mother's like worry dream.
Like
all moms have like
diaries.
worry dreams. Yeah, the dead ass is basketball
She
diaries.
definitely taken the weed smoking too far in her imagination with that one.
Well, yeah, all parents do that. Weed is a gateway drug.
Heroin in the bathroom in East Hampton? Why would we do that? Sounds terrible. With Skylar? No, thank you.
Sounds like a fucking blast. But anyway, speaking of a dream, Saturday night, Logan Paul versus who do you fight again?
Dylan Danis.
Oh, that's right. Fucking bozo Dylan Danis. That's how forgettable that fight was. Logan Paul, Dylan Danis, KSI versus Tommy Fury. I got a lot to say about one fight and pretty much nothing to say about the other one.
They were both ass. I cannot believe I spent my money on that.
It was so terrible. Honestly, Logan Paul, if you're listening, shame on you. Shame on you for giving Dylan Danis a platform. Someone who otherwise would be irrelevant and nobody would know who the fuck he is, and he would be stuck in Instagram comments with Stefania. For you to give him all this clout and all this notoriety for that fight, that was pitiful.
He's the only reason people watch the fight, though.
What makes you say that?
Dylan Danis did a great job of promoting it and starting up the beef. The promotion was way more entertaining than the actual fight.
You can think that, I mean, entertaining, sure, in the sense that he was like, I don't follow the brother, and he was all over my Twitter feed at all times. It was so annoying. But promoting the fight is one thing, but I'll be real, he spent the whole fight promotion tearing down Logan's wife or future wife.
Yes.
And are we slut shaming in 2023, bro?
He did.
Are we come on, bro?
That was his whole MO.
I know, but that's so fucking stupid. What kind of bullshit is that? She could sling her pum pum wherever she wants.
It is stupid, but
it's 2023.
It made for an entertaining pre-match promotion.
Yeah,
It made for real bad blood, and that's the only reason I tuned in, because they actually seemed to not like each other. I just didn't realize he wasn't going to try.
Bro, he didn't try, and he just whatever money he got off it, he's getting off of it. But to me, it was just everything that he did in the promotion, in the fight, post-fight, even with that stupid little brawl, he was taking pages out of other more successful people's books.
Of course.
He wants to be Conor McGregor so bad, there's only one Conor McGregor.
They all want to be him.
I know, but then he wants to do the brawl at the end like Khabib and McGregor. That was some bullshit as well.
You know who Khabib jumped out and fought? Him.
Dylan Danis?
Yes.
Well, either way, he's a fucking bozo.
He's a McGregor crony.
I don't care if he's a McGregor crony. I don't care who the hell he is.
Which makes him that's a big bozo move.
Bro, he came out. He didn't throw a punch. He got absolutely pummeled in the second round. And then you saw when he got on his back in a classic missionary position in a misguided attempt to go viral, and everybody in the crowd just groaned with embarrassment. What the hell are you doing?
The crowd definitely turned on him.
Yeah, that was so fucking stupid.
He was more concerned about not getting knocked out than actual putting up a fight.
Yeah, it looked that way.
In his eyes, it would be impressive to not get knocked out. No. But you talk that much shit, I would hope you at least throw a punch or two. He landed maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 punches. I feel like Logan might have thrown 500.
I mean, he had every right to, and I'm sure he was so pissed off at this dude.
I don't know how good
for
he's
talking
at boxing,
all that shit.
But Logan's an animal.
I mean, Logan is definitely a physical specimen, but in terms of his boxing capabilities, after watching him up close and personal for his fight against Floyd Mayweather, and then watching that fight, I'm really, really not impressed.
He just wiles out.
Yeah, he just seems like he's a wild, he just throwing wild punches from the side. I swear, Jake would beat his ass.
I would say so too.
I really think Jake would beat his ass. I think Jake is out of everybody who fought that night, including his brother, Jake, to me, is the best boxer.
Tommy?
Yeah, he's better. I think he's better than Tommy. What Tommy was doing with KSI was fucking jumping up and down, flapping his wings.
Tommy Fury is incredibly unimpressive to me.
I know.
Because him and Jake Paul and KSI are all pretty much even, no?
The fact that Jake Paul, in probably a third of the amount of time that Tommy Fury,
way less.
maybe probably even less, is just as good as him,
There's not.
By 2 years from now, Jake Paul's going to clear him easily.
I thought KSI was almost as good as him too.
Yeah, KSI ain't shit. But I mean, let me not say he ain't shit. Like, he's won a lot of his fights, but who the hell has he really fought?
Well,
right?
One of his fights, he just elbowed a dude in the face. And
yeah, that was a no contest. Yeah, I mean,
no, they called that one a knockout, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I know he had one fight where it was a no contest.
So 6 rounds, corny.
Yeah,
6 rounds is nothing. You're waiting all this time for an 6 times 3, 18-minute fight.
Yeah,
and Dylan Danis couldn't even bring him down.
I don't know. Also, did you see Did you see the end? You know, Michael Buffer. He does all the.
Yeah.
So Michael Buffer is obviously an icon. Always go with the crazy energy on his calls. At the end of that fight, when he called the end of that fight, he's never looked more depressed in his life.
Oh, you mean calling the announcement?
Yeah, it's just like he's called like the greatest champions in the world in his career, and the fact that he was sitting there calling Logan Paul winning over Dylan Danis after watching that pitiful fucking fight, he was depressed. Like, how did I get here?
They were both pitiful fights. Somehow the best fight was my man Salt Poppy, but he blew it. He was up big.
I didn't even watch or care to watch any of the fights that happened before these two, but I mean, look, at the end of the day, like, I thought that Dylan Danis, his promo of the fight, like, yeah, he was obnoxious and it made people want to watch, and he appealed to like the fucking incels out there who love to shame women. But like, to an average person, he's a fucking bozo, and Logan Paul did him the ultimate favor by doing this fight with him.
That's true, for sure.
The ultimate favor.
That's true.
Because otherwise, like, who the fuck is he? Now, don't get it twisted, right? I'm not sitting here tough talking because I think I could beat his ass. He'll probably beat my fucking ass. But at the end of the day, a cornball is a cornball. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I just think that he is super whack, and Logan Paul did him a favor. And hopefully we never hear from the good brother again.
He's a New Yorker, though.
I don't give a shit.
That's
yeah, cornballs in New York, too.
That's true. Mr. Trump.
My God. But KSI, Tommy Fury, I have way less to say about. I mean, it looked like didn't the Tommy Fury in the beginning of the fight got a point deducted for punching him in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing that all match, too.
I mean, yeah, he was doing this. He got a point deducted for that. And then but to me, like, now, let me ask you, do you think KSI calling for an appeal is corny?
After the match?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Al Gore called for a recount.
So the Trumpito.
True. I mean, I don't think it's cool. What if he wants to get a win? What's the big deal?
I just think like if we're talking about this like circle, right? Jake Paul to me is the realest of all these dudes. Like, he fights who he fights. He either wins, and then when he lost to Tommy, what he do? Took it on the chin and left it at that.
It wasn't as controversial as this one, though. I will say that. Like, KSI seemed to definitely have won that fight.
I don't know about definitely. Because KSI, by the end of the fight, the last 3 rounds, he was gassed.
Oh, I just saw the punch stats.
Yeah, well, the punch stats is the punch stats. And again, we're not fucking,
we're not the Kellerman brothers.
Yeah, we're not the Kellerman brothers, and we don't know what judges are looking for and how they scored and what points go where. All I'm saying is that early in the fight, yeah, KSI seemed to have a handle on it. He got tired. Tommy kind of was handling the fight a little bit more toward the middle, toward the end. And then, there was some moments. So, numbers aside and all that aside, I do think that it could have gone either way. But also, like, I just feel as though if you take an L in something that's that close, like, yeah, obviously you're going to think that you won. But, like, if you take an L, bro, the judges are there for a reason. The chances are nobody was fixing the fight for him. You know what I mean? So for him to react the way that he did, I think was just a little...
Well, when did he ask for a rematch? Right after? Or
not a rematch, an appeal. He wants an appeal, like the scoring of the match.
Yeah, that seems too hard to do.
Yeah, it's just like, shut the fuck up already. Because, like, look, like I said this a second ago, Jake, to me, the fact that he took his L to Tommy like a champ, and then every other fight he's been in, he's consistently been getting better. And, like, it's just, I don't understand why KSI reacted the way that he did. If he's like, if you take an L, you take an L, bro. Don't fucking kick TV screens on live TV and then call for an appeal and like yeah, he was throwing tantrums on stage, bro. Grow up.
We need a new real boxer. That's not Tommy Fury, because he's the go-to for guys that want to fight a real boxer. But clearly,
yeah, no, we need a new
someone a little more professional than him. Because if you look at who he's fought, it's collective record of 10-500.
Get them in there with Ryan Garcia.
That's too much. Because didn't he fight Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too much.
I mean, Logan fought Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but that was a weird exhibition. He's like 100 pounds heavier.
I mean, Jake is going for Canelo. I mean, like, look, they're trying to get these big fights, and if they can get them, that'd be great.
We just need someone that's not as good as either of those brothers to give them a fair match. Who could it be, though? I have no idea. Maybe then you decide instead of retired MMA, they should go against retired boxers.
Yeah, that could be it.
They didn't fight Mike Tyson, right? That was Tyson
No,
Holyfield.
no, it was Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, okay.
Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. That was like an exhibition a little while
ago.
That
one?
They called it a draw.
Oh, perfect. And then everyone went back?
No, because this dude is 50-something years old.
This might have been the worst influencer boxing event yet.
Oh, I mean, we have a long list of them. But before we go in, I was thinking about, right? You have a sister, I have a brother. Like as someone with a sibling, I honestly feel bad for the Paul brothers.
Why?
I feel bad for the Paul brothers because I know that there's love between them, right? There's love between them, but there's also this like weird tension of competition between the two of them as well.
Only one-sided. Jake was there supporting.
No. I know, but like whether or not it's one-sided, it's something that they both have to deal with, right? So like as someone who has a brother, the idea of feeling like you're competing with them as opposed to like them just being happy that they're growing together. And I know like on the surface and in some people's eyes, they might be, and maybe most days they are, but there is something dark between them where I feel like they compare each other. They compare themselves to one another and they compete with one another that ultimately begets resentment in one another.
I still think it's one-sided.
Yeah, I mean...
You saw Logan was emotionless after Jake won his last fight in his stupid little Super Saiyan suit.
The WWE suit,
Jake was out here hyping up his brother's lame-ass speech that Logan thought his speeches were going to kill and inspire everybody. And afterward, it was pretty much his radio silence.
Yeah.
You saw those speeches? He's so uninspiring to me.
Nah, I don't know. I can appreciate Jake. I'm telling you, the more like I'm seeing these guys in this area and in this realm, I am way more of a fan of Jake as a boxer. You know what I mean? Otherwise, than what they do, I really don't care. I could care less. But as a boxer, I think that Jake is by far better than them. And for Logan to be out here with that competitive shit, being like that he thinks that he could beat him and that he's a better boxer than Jake, bro. Like you're big, bro, but he's better than you. You're a far better showman. It seems as though he's a way better businessman.
I think he's better at everything else.
He's better than everything else but boxing. Like, so that's fine.
Jake takes it so serious. It's his life. It's not Logan's life.
Right. Exactly. So I don't know. I just feel bad for the brothers in that they are living in this perpetual state of competing with one another and not able to kind of enjoy the ride with one another. Even if on the surface it seems that they are, it's sad to think that they have like this like beef. Like imagine feeling that way. You know what I mean? That weird competitiveness with your sibling, somebody you grew up with.
Prize fight against my sister coming up. Imagine.
Yeah, you against your sister, me against my brother. I say we both come out victorious.
Destroy. Are you serious? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But I do feel a little bad for Logan that the whole MO of Dylan Danis' pre-fight promotion was roasting his fiance, and everyone loved it. No one had Logan's back until Dylan was acting a fool.
That's why it's
at
weird.
The arena.
That's why it's so
I
weird.
think people just hate Logan. I don't think he could have said anything he wanted to.
Sure, no, I get it, but I don't know. And maybe this is just me, and maybe this is me just being too old to like look past the fact that is a real like woman on the other end of that.
She's a lady.
Yeah, exactly. She's
a lady.
That's a female, bro. No, but for real, like I just think that's wrong of them to do. And like to put her through all of that and like drag her through the fucking internet. What the hell did she do? You know what I mean? Aside from just like be with Logan Paul. And
that's not a good look. That's not a good look. You think that's a good look?
Love is love, dog.
What did Dylan do? Well, Dylan's a scumbag. He had nothing else to talk about.
He's a moron. He has nothing. Yeah, he has nothing. Somebody else types out his tweets. I'm convinced.
Probably
because he can't spell unless he has like sick autocorrect or rereads it a few times. I don't know.
He did a Tekashi approach and it worked in terms of promoting the fight. But then when he got in there, I feel like he tried to get moments and go internet famous, but it wasn't really working and people weren't appreciating it. Yeah, he also couldn't even take him down when he tried.
Yeah, exactly. And then you saw Logan like went into the camera and said, he was like, All State Wrestling? And like pointed out, he's like, All State Wrestling? Because he tried to take him down and he didn't even get him.
Fuck, I was going to say something about the fight, but I forgot. She's a lady. No, I don't remember.
It's all good.
Logan.
But, back to Jake and Logan, do you think that fight will happen or even should happen?
It won't happen.
You don't think so?
It's too much. It's like the Kelsey Bowl if they were fighting each other. Just too much to handle.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like the Kelsey brothers wouldn't do that. The fact that it's even like an idea for those guys to do that means what I just said. is that they're competing with one another, and they both, on some level, want to know who's the best.
I don't think they'll do it, though.
And I hope that they don't do it, because I swear to God, it could go either way, but I think 80% of the time, there's an 80% chance that if they fight like that, no matter who comes out on top, their relationship won't be the same after.
Yeah, because the pre-fight stuff would be hilarious.
The pre-fight stuff would be hilarious, and then also they both have to then live with the fact that one of them lost and like deal with the internet.
They also already did this on YouTube. The beef, rap diss tracks back and forth.
Yeah,
so no one wants to see this.
Yeah, I mean, I for the sake of their relationship, I'm getting real soft with it. For the sake of their relationship, I don't think they should be fucking fighting each other.
I feel like people weren't as tight at Dylan as they should have been, because Logan is such a bad trash talker. He's so bad.
They're both terrible.
It's personal.
Yeah, bro. That fucking
killing him.
You saw the sit down? The sit down was tragic. The sit down was so tragic.
So yeah, it's a little different when it's not behind Twitter, right? And Dylan's like so unaffected.
Bro, the thing about you and I is that we can't fight. But you know how good we'd be at the pre-fight promotion?
I feel like we'd be pretty solid. I would
We'd
say
be
so.
Incredible at pre-fight promotion. The trash talk.
Except if anyone tried to throw a bottle at me, I would did the fake throw. I would flinch. For some reason, I look so soft, but it's not.
Because we ain't fighters. We lovers. We clowns. We stupid. We're not fighters.
I mean, all Dylan did was throw the microphone at him pregame, and that was the most damage he did. That shit is like assault.
Yeah, I mean, that was ridiculous. Also, Dylan's face looked worse than Logan's face within like 30 seconds of the match. You know
he
what I mean?
was getting pummeled.
He was getting fucking worked. Also, I was watching the highlights back, and the announcers were killing him.
They were killing him.
They were killing Dylan Danis.
They also were killing Tommy Fury. It was clearly like a prime card. Well, Dylan deserved to be shit on.
Yeah,
and Tommy was doing dirt too, but I think he's a good guy.
After Dylan Danis went for a takedown, and then they were about to square back up, the announcer goes, well, wouldn't it be great if he just hit him with a roundhouse right now?
He deserved it. Dylan might have been trying to pull some shit, though, because technically what Logan did and the security team did should have DQ'd him from the fight. You know, like getting all the security out there in the middle of the fight. Like, that's not elite. That's not allowed.
Yeah, it shouldn't be allowed. I mean, I don't know.
That's why circumstances.
That's why, to me, it's all a show. And, you know, obviously the Twitter theorists out there think that it was all planned.
The last part looked very staged.
The last part
very
certainly
WWE.
did. Yeah. It was like maybe one of those things that, like, in the middle of the fight, like maybe when the security guard almost jumped in, that at that point they got back in the corner and were like, yo, we're at the end. We're going to fucking do some crazy shit.
It looked cool. Like, it was a fun...
Yeah, it looked cool, but also like Dylan Danis' huge right hook on the security guard that whiffed. That was just completely missed. Wasn't even close.
I mean, not only is he a piece of shit that he gave the platform, he was entertaining to me, so I don't really mind. But he can't fight. He can't punch. You need some... Like, his skill set is jiu-jitsu, which I'm almost positive you can't punch in.
No, that's grappling. That's groundwork.
So they need to pick someone that's going to be more entertaining. It's like Ben Askren. It's like, these dudes don't punch.
Yeah,
so what you want. KSI Tommy Fury is a better draw in theory, but it was trash.
Yeah.
Because KSI mucked up the game.
I mean, the thing is, like, this YouTube boxing era that we're in is just
ending.
It's so tragic, but so like entertaining. It's like a pileup. Like, it's terrible, but you can't look away.
There's been some good moments though.
Well, I mean, there certainly has. Let's do a look back. Let's do a look back on YouTube boxing since 2018. What a tragic era.
Well, definitely started off dark.
It started off very, very dark. This August 25th, 2018, KSI Logan Paul, their first matchup. Jake Paul versus Deji.
And didn't Deji win?
No. Jake wins, Logan and KSI draw.
Oh, so this was technically Logan's first win.
Yeah. Because I saw a clip recently of Jake and Deji like on the same like panel talking, and Jake was like, I didn't know he was going to be here. If I knew he was going to be here, I wouldn't even have bothered. Like, I don't bother with like people who are irrelevant or some shit like that.
Well, Deji also fought.
And Deji was just like, I made you bleed out your face, mate. I made you bleed out your face.
So underratedly, KSI's brother.
It is KSI brother.
No, I know. Just like feel like no one cares or talks about it.
Yeah, maybe over the pond, across the pond.
They're not the Paul brothers.
They're certainly not the Paul brothers, but they are the Paul brothers of the UK.
That's true.
They are. November 9th, 2019, KSI Logan Paul run it back. KSI wins by decision.
Very controversial decision, too.
OD.
Logan Paul went out there like JP with the American flag trousers.
And let me ask you a question. Did Logan Paul ask for appeal?
I doubt it. He's American made.
I guess in America, we accept our L's. Well, he also because we take so few.
He got a point deduction, too. So I think he
Logan Paul did.
Yeah.
I mean, that might have contributed to him losing. So, yeah, for sure. January 20th, 2020, Jake TKO's Gibb in the first round.
Who the fuck?
Precisely.
Did he give me Taylor Holder?
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
That was my favorite event. That's my favorite.
Oh no,
event.
we're gonna get there, man. We got the whole. That's coming.
Wait, that was an event in headgear, right? I believe.
I don't remember.
He's been doing this for a long time.
Yes,
now.
he was. November 28th, 2020. Jake and Nate Robinson.
Oh shit!
Knocks Nate Robinson out.
People really
put him to sleep.
People really swore Nate would win. I kind of thought so too until I saw him walk out into the ring. He was very not confident.
I 100% thought that Nate Robinson was so fast and so strong.
He is.
That he would be able to take out Jake Paul. But I think I also underestimated how big Jake Paul is. He's like 6'1", ain't he? Like 6'1" and like a thick boy.
And Nate's one of the smallest NBA players of all time.
Yeah, exactly. Really he's tough, and he's a football player, so he's tough. But he went out there just like no strategy.
He didn't prep.
Probably
Clearly
not.
Didn't prep at all.
Clearly not. Yeah.
He was swinging.
He probably didn't take him seriously. April 17, 2021, Jake knocks out Ben Askren in the first like 15 seconds.
Oh, so he really started off with two bozos back to back.
Well, three. Well, yeah, Deji.
Well, honestly, Deji's a better opponent than both of them. Ben Askren came out like a old 1920s boxer. He had a gut. He just like tore his ACL.
Yeah, Deji, for whatever reason, seems to be respected in the sport.
He fought Floyd.
Yeah, I know.
In China or something.
I know. We'll get there. Who knew that fucking happened? June 6th, 2021, Mayweather Paul exhibition. There was no winner.
With Deuce front row. Why was there no winner?
I think
that Logan couldn't lose.
I think it was an exhibition so that neither of them can lose. They both hedged their bets.
Well, Floyd was never losing.
Well, obviously Floyd was never going to lose. But yeah, I was actually on scene for that, and it was funny because it was like peak pandemic. Right. And we were like, we flew down to Miami and we were down in the Miami Dolphins Stadium. And it was actually really cool.
Stadium.
Yeah, it's fire. It was really cool. They set it up. The ring was in the center and there was a bunch of like chairs all the way around. And you kind of like able to like walk freely amongst the field. And there was like vendors around and shit. And it was funny because it was like a who's who of TikTokers there, like Walk By Bryce Hall and them boys and a bunch of other people, Josh Richards. And I was there. And anyway, I was watching the fight. And it just looked, there was one moment where Logan was piecing him up a little bit, and that was like the moment that he can't stop talking about.
Oh, he's been doing his own reacting to highlights about that. He didn't hit him once.
Yeah, he was like,
what, this one?
He can't, like, he said, like, and you know what? If, like, let's say if you scored 1 point on LeBron James, like, you talk about it forever. So I honestly feel you on that, Logan. But the fact that he was fought Floyd and then had that one little moment and was trying to say that he, like, won the fight. But then like you seen the video where he would like said to Floyd, he was like, "Yo, calm down, it's just an exhibition.
Oh.
Yo, be easy, it's just an exhibition." In the middle of the fight, I didn't see that when I was there, but there was a clip.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So, so I watched that fight. Was not impressed with Logan Paul then. Was not impressed with Logan Paul the other night, and he keeps talking about how he's better than Jake, and I doubt it.
Nah, especially when he's just going to keep going to the WWE lane, losing his boxing skills. That might have been it for him, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Why would he want to get back into this?
Yeah, I don't.
Outside of a huge
just go to WWE, make your money, do a couple of shows a year, make a shit ton of bread. WWE is way more fun.
I mean, he used it as a promotional vehicle at the end of the fight.
Well, of
called
course.
out Rey Mysterio.
Well, that's a much bigger fight than fucking
Double D.
Well, Dylan Danis
fought in 4 years in his own sport.
Because he's trash. Clearly,
trash.
John Jones, who's the greatest of all time, MMA. John Bones Jones, he like tweeted out, he said, Logan Paul, on behalf of the entire MMA and fighting community, thank you for your service.
Oh.
Because no one respects Dylan Danis.
I mean, he's the definition of a dirtbag.
Absolutely.
I still would have been cool with him knocking out Logan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm cool with anybody knocking out anybody, ever. That's cool to me. June 12th, 2021, this is where it gets good. YouTubers versus TikToks. Excuse me. YouTubers versus TikTokers. Excuse me.
This was a fun one.
This one was crazy. This one's crazy.
Pre-match. This is what was that Tana Mojo meme? Like Bryce and you know we're Team Bryce.
Oh, if you ain't Team Bryce, then whatever you that one?
Something like that.
Something like that.
That stemmed from this fight.
I think so. But yes, Ryan Johnston defeated Kale Siraj. Who? Landon McBroom defeated Ben Azalart.
Wait, Ben Azalart? I didn't know he was in that fight. He was in Miami for F1. I just put up a video with him, an interview from F1.
Word?
I didn't know he fought.
He's
a fucking twig. Are you kidding me?
He fought.
Wait,
well, I mean, he lost in the second round.
Hold on.
TKO.
You didn't see this kid. This kid's like a pretty boy. I thought he was like a Dobrik type.
I don't know.
This is him.
Would you rather be a squirrel with the brain of a human or a human with the brain of a squirrel?
Man, squirrel with the brain of a human. Dude, I'd just start climbing around, building shit.
Yeah, no, it makes sense why he got rocked. It was TKO in the second round.
Okay.
So
by McBroom's
McBroom's
big
brother.
brother. Okay.
And then FaZe Jarvis took out Michael Lee.
The dancer.
Yep.
That's a mismatch.
DDG defeated Nate Wyatt.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was in one of them houses.
He was a pretty boy for a second on TikTok.
Vinny Hacker took out Deji.
Really? Oh, I remember Vinny Hacker. Hold up, this is a great card.
OD.
Well, it's like a great terrible card.
Anson Gibb defeated Taylor Holder, who's never recovered.
That was a miss. No, but Taylor Holder was saying how he's the best boxer of all time.
Yeah, he was talking about how good he was and that he fucking lost by unanimous decision.
And transitioned into a country artist.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's a singer because he fucking ruined his image.
And he got kicked out of LA for some allegations too.
Oh,
so I don't even think he can go back.
And then finally, this was the matchup we were all waiting for, and it did not go the way I wanted it to be honest.
What?
Austin McBroom took out Bryce Hall.
No, Bryce needed to lose that fight.
Did he though?
Back then, I think you're forgetting how annoying he was.
Oh, that's true. There was an era.
This is a huge redemption since then.
Yeah, I mean, there was an era of Bryce where he was kind of. I think he makes TikTok. He makes a bunch of TikToks now about how he was the worst.
He was the worst.
And now he knows.
I think this was the moment because he got rocked and he had like the founding father's hairline. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. But then he came back and now he's fucking bare knuckle Bryce.
I can't believe he won that fight.
I mean, that was insane. Bare knuckle is different. All it really takes is one punch.
That's true. McBroom, that was a good fight. McBroom was nice.
Also, wait, let's not forget. Remember the weigh-in fight? Or not the weigh-in. It was a press conference fight.
Well, that was a great moment.
That was an amazing moment. I think you made a video on that.
Yeah, it was a huge video at the time.
Yeah.
It's all about the pre-fight. Those matches are all about everything.
Exactly. The fight is always underwhelming compared to everything that happens pre-fight.
I love boxing promotion. It's really fun.
This is a wild one-off, but July 23rd, 2021, Blueface boxed Kane what how you pronounce
New Maine.
Oh, New Maine. Yeah. Blueface boxed New Maine in a fight that no one expected or wanted at all.
Or watched. But Blueface seemed he was like a 5-star quarterback.
Yeah, I mean
6'6" lefty, I believe.
Yeah,
too. I would want to fight him.
He beat his fucking ass. He beat his fucking ass. Yeah. He knocked him out.
He probably got paid though somehow.
Of course, but I just don't understand how this happened. Like, when did New Maine become popping enough that Blueface wanted to fight him?
He might have had that one moment where people exposed him for copying everyone else's videos, so they booked him. He probably got paid well somehow. Even if I was offered so much money, I just don't know if I could see myself getting in a ring.
I wonder if we're still blocked by New Maine on TikTok. Because ever since you made that video and everyone was shitting on him in the comments.
That was such a good video.
Amazing video. and you know it's an amazing video because it got us blocked.
By him, yeah.
By him. You know what I mean?
That was a good video because
he mad.
That was a good video because I was doing justice for the whole community.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, because he was just blatantly copying folks.
Kind of what everyone does, but he was shameless about it.
Yeah, he was shameless about it, which is, corny. At least lie and pretend to be sad.
Once I saw him go on the Sync podcast, I gave him a chance to see if he was a good guy, and he just rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, yeah. No, sometimes you can tell when someone's a piece of shit. August 29, 2021, Jake beats Tyron Woodley by split decision.
That wasn't the knockout one?
No. Remember there was a Tyron Woodley too.
Wasn't he supposed to fight someone else though?
Yeah, and then Woodley came in. I forget. It was somebody. Maybe it was Tommy.
No, it wasn't Tommy. It was a real boxer, but I'm forgetting exactly who it was.
I don't remember.
He backed out. Then he got that was a crazy
that actually makes sense because it was only a few months later, December 18, 2021, Jake fights Woodley again, knocks him out in the 6th.
That was a cold knockout too.
And another one, when I was down in Miami for Mayweather Logan Paul, this was when they were still doing pre-fight for this fight for Jake and Woodley, and I went into the gym where they were working out, and I have this hilarious video of Jake Paul's mom and Tyron Woodley's mom just sharing a hug.
Oh, I've seen that one before.
And just mean ultimate respect between mothers.
I think the Fury's dad likes the Paul brothers more than his own sons. Have you seen how much he respects them?
Yeah. I also saw a really, really wholesome video of Tyson Fury's dad praising Mike Tyson.
I love the Fury Pops.
Yeah, Fury Pops is incredible.
He shows a lot of love and respect to everybody.
Remember the face off in the cage with the plexiglass in the middle?
That's so soft.
Oh my god!
Also, Ariel Helwani. I don't know why he cracks me up.
Yeah, because nobody seems to respect him.
They all hate
or like him,
but he also seems like he doesn't do anything wrong at all.
Yeah, remember when Rampage Jackson told him he was not invited to go out with him after a fight?
I just think he's mad Canadian.
Yeah, that might just be it. This I did not know. August 27, 2022, KSI fights twice in one night.
Yeah. I think that's the one where I think he fought Temper.
No, he fought Swarms and Luis Alcaraz Pineda.
One of these fights, he might have elbowed the dude and they called it a real knockout.
I mean, he won both of these by knockout in the same night, which is ridiculous. And honestly, I don't blame KSI for thinking that he's mad nice at boxing after doing something like that. But again, who the fuck are you fighting?
These could be huge UK YouTubers. Swarmsies?
Like swarms, I don't fucking know. October 29, 2022, Jake beats the legendary Anderson Silva by unanimous decision. Now, this was actually kind of impressive because Anderson Silva didn't look bad, and Jake didn't look bad, and he knocked him down once.
He did knock him down. He knocked down everyone he fought, no?
Not Tommy.
He knocked down Tommy.
He did?
Yeah, not knocked out, but he knocked him down.
He knocked him down? All right, well, then
That's
there you
why
go.
Tommy just does not.
Bro, oh my God.
He doesn't impress me at all.
Jake is the best fighter out of all of them.
I think
it's crazy how much I've switched my tune on this. He's nice.
We should get a Jake Tommy rematch before Logan Tommy.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, why would Logan and Tommy fight?
Logan's a slut.
Logan needs to stop boxing.
He wants to beat Logan. His brother did it.
Brother, please do anything else. Let Jake be a boxer. Please.
What about be a politician in Puerto Rico, or should he continue boxing?
And definitely do not be. Keep boxing.
Okay.
Stay away from Puerto Rico. Keep boxing.
They still announced again he was training out of Puerto Rico in this fight. They said he was from America, though.
Yeah. Whatever. November 13, 2022, Floyd Mayweather TKO's Deji. Why the hell and when the hell did that even happen?
This might have been a China exhibition. I do not know why.
Why? What is Floyd doing? What a major step down from Logan Paul to Deji.
Well, what was his pay?
I mean, I'm sure he got millions. You know, Floyd about his money, so I guess he got money.
It's basically like fighting a ghost for him. There's no one
No,
there.
but he also, like, in this particular one, I'm pretty sure, like, he went crazy and it was like, he got called TKO because he got, like, two.
Floyd?
Yeah.
Oh, Floyd actually tried?
Yeah, it looked that way. That he was, like, really fucking Deji up for a second and then they called TKO.
So you just think he wasn't putting in any effort against Logan at all?
No, because they wanted it to go the distance.
Like 100%.
100%. I'm watching. Listen, I'm watching. And even as a super casual boxing fan, Floyd Mayweather is the greatest of all time. From what I saw there, that was not the greatest of all time
but he's
boxing.
also the greatest of all time at defense.
No, I know, but that's not the point. The point is that Logan Paul, who's a novice, going against the greatest of all time, who won 50 fucking fights in a row without losing, I think if he wanted to, he could have knocked out Logan in the second round. Easy. And he's not even a knockout boxer.
He did make it seem way too even. Like, way more even
of
than I'm sure it was.
Like, why would he ever do that? If not to just, like, bro, he had a stadium full of people. You knock somebody out in the first round, like, people are going to be mad.
I could see that, but also, isn't that what you want to see? It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, well, I mean, the sport of boxing, at least in my opinion, is not popular enough for you not to create some spectacle. Mm-hmm. They have to create something that, like, makes them. They want to, like, see. They want to, like, see it go the distance. Yeah, build a storyline and shit. Because I remember when I was a youngster, Mike Tyson, it was like this huge fight. He was like Mike Tyson's first fight back in a while. And you know, there was big pay-per-view. I was at this party that a friend of mine was throwing back in the day. And I was just a little ass kid. It was like a friend of mine's parents were throwing this party. And I remember that the fight came on and Mike Tyson lost like 45 seconds into the second round or something like that. Real quick fight. And everybody was pissed off. So, like, even if you want to see a knockout, bro, you want to see a good fight, especially with people that you're looking forward to see fight. You know what I mean?
You saw Askren Masvidal?
No.
I don't know if it was a championship match or a main event. It ended the second it started when they ran into each other. Masvidal, the second it started, ran in with a flying knee to the face.
Oh, I did. I've seen that clip. I've seen that clip.
2-second match.
I've seen it. Well, MMA is a completely different beast than boxing.
True.
While it's more like brutal, it feel like it's somehow safer than boxing. Somehow, because somebody said this in an interview, like in MMA, in MMA, once they're knocked out, the fight is over. In boxing, if you get knocked down, like if once you're knocked down, like after a punch, like the fight is over. In boxing, you get knocked down like that. If you get back up, you go right back to it. That's how you get brain injuries.
Except in UFC, they get knocked out and then they get 3 more punches to the face while unconscious.
The ref got to be quick. The ref got to be quick.
Then it's over.
The ref got to be quick. February 26, 2023, Tommy beats Jake by split decision. Jake handles it like a champ.
This is the day of Deshaun's baby shower.
Yes, it was.
Remember going back and watching this nonsense?
Yes, it was. It was.
Honestly, this might have been the best fight we've ever had between all these bozos.
I mean, that's what I wanted to ask you once we got through the list. I was like, which was the best of these events? Because then the last one...
Yeah, it's easy.
The last one, Jake beats legendary Nate Diaz by unanimous decision. Logan hates it.
Well, that was an
insert clip of Logan mad at the fight right now.
That Nate Diaz, or I think, what's his name? Dylan Danis might have been trying to do what Nate Diaz was. He took it as a joke, right? He wasn't serious.
Yeah, because Dylan Danis has no personality of his own. He wants to be like the greats. as opposed to just being like himself.
That's why he's a McGregor latcher honor.
Which is why when Nate Diaz was doing all that clown shit in the ring with Jake Paul, everyone was cheering for him because that's who he is.
No, I mean, he's tough. He's real tough. That's what he's known for. But tough in this sport doesn't work. Boo if you're a
Be yourself, Dylan.
Just be yourself.
Punk asshole. And then obviously Saturday night, KSI Tommy and Logan and Dylan Danis. I mean, of all of these fights, to you, which one was your favorite?
Best fight, quality-wise, I would say Tommy Jake. Best event by far. YouTubers versus TikTokers. Just an incredible premise for that to be any sort of fundamental rivalry.
Oh my God.
That should not be a reason you guys beef.
Bro, if they do that again,
TikTok?
yeah, it's so
Who
stupid.
cares?
But this was at the peak of like TikTok, like, will it take over YouTube? Absolutely not. But I understand why they did it, but it was just so funny. The cast of characters in that
It's a great
shit.
premise.
And I really need them to do it again just so that you and I can call it ringside.
Should we recast it?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Like right now?
Yeah, but I don't know who's big. The YouTubers are random. I feel like it was only Austin McBroom. And
Yeah, I mean, we can look back at those names, but like all these guys are randoms. My son Nate Wyatt, he's close with the Mayon twins who follow us on TikTok.
That's it, though.
Salute y'all.
That's a tough draw for him because DDG actually could play or could fight.
I'm sure. And then Michael Lee, FaZe Jarvis really got like the layup of the group.
He did get good at boxing. Everyone, I think, overhypes him. Michael Lee, the beanie dancer with the
Yeah,
little brother.
with the little brother.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
I respect his dancing. Hips certainly don't lie. Bro, in the ring, what are you doing?
I respect them for getting in the ring. I think they're out of their mind.
I mean, yeah, they're getting paid though.
Yeah.
They pay me enough money. I'll fight one of these TikTokers.
Fuzi was the announcer?
Yeah.
Except for the main event.
My son Fuzi. He's also, I forgot to mention him, but he fought somebody too.
He fought Deji, I think.
Yeah, he lost.
Like, really, I think that sent him in a spiral.
Yeah, probably because he's lost.
Spiral.
He lost his fucking mind. I don't know. I think
Fuzi comes back for 1 month and then disappears for 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
But his comebacks are strong. I haven't seen him since he was.
I think he had like a
crazy
mental breakdown recently. Oops.
Yeah, I think so. I think with the cops. But while he was at it, I was very entertained.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, look.
You know about my man Neon? Neon needs to get in the ring. Neon versus Island Boys.
Wow, that's kind of genius.
Island Boys versus Poles.
Well, how much? All right, how about this? How much would they have to pay us for me and you to do a 2v2 match with the Island Boys?
Just boxing?
Yeah.
Not much.
Why, you just want to beat the
I
ass?
feel like I don't think I could beat that many people up, but I'm pretty confident I could beat them up. I think I'm like a foot taller than them and 100 pounds heavier.
I mean, like, even if you wanted to like step off to the side for a second and get your breather, I'm pretty sure I could beat the shit out of both of them by myself.
I'd rather do a non-scripted WWE with them.
Oh, that'd be great.
Like, then we really could kill them.
Yeah, tables, ladders, and chairs. I'd really be fucking them
I would
up.
tag. The best would be I'd be struggling to tag you and then finally get you, and then you jump off the rope. You should watch Wrestlers on Netflix. The Last Chance You thing. This dude is fucking. So you tell me, as a wrestling fan, is storyline everything?
Yeah, of course.
So, like, if it doesn't have a good story, you're not interested?
No.
Even if it's the smallest wrestling promotion. He was so concerned about telling these small, little, meaningless stories as opposed to getting people in the building.
I mean, the stories are what get people in. The storylines and the relationships and the heels and the heroes.
Babyface? You heard about a babyface?
No.
It's like the hero, not the opposite of the heel.
Okay.
Wait, tell me what you know about the good brother Al Snow.
I know nothing about Al Snow.
Oh, as a wrestler, you never heard of him?
Oh, wait, that sounds
Who's the homie with the head?
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's throwback.
Nah, he's the one. He's leading this wrestling league in the show on Netflix.
My son, Al Snow.
Yeah.
Wow, I do remember Al Snow.
But now he's, however old he is, leading this Ohio Valley Wrestling League, which is like a minor league team. But at the final episode, he gets back in the ring.
Oh, word?
And he kills.
I mean, he's a legend.
He's old, though.
I know,
It was very impressive.
But it's so funny. But like, even like, look at this. Like, wrestling is storyline. Wrestling is characters. Like, what the hell is this?
He explains it in the show. It's hilarious. Talking to his head.
Oh, yeah. So good.
He said he like read a book on reverse psychology and bought that head.
Like Undertaker. He's like one of the greatest of all time to do it. And his whole thing was that he was a dead man.
What about Paul Bearer? Genius.
The good brother Paul Bearer is a walking meme. Have you seen his memes?
I don't even know what he looks like.
And oh my God.
I just thought he was a genius, and that's Undertaker's secret brother, right?
Kane?
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer, no, he was like Undertaker's like handler.
It's just such a genius name.
Kane was his like fake brother.
Oh, why he looked like Adam's family? Is that the point?
Yeah, he's a Paul Bearer.
Oh,
like a Paul Bearer, like a funeral home.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but look at this brother. Dude is fucking amazing.
All about the storylines. And right now, what's the most entertaining storyline we got in YouTube boxing?
I mean, what we just saw on Saturday.
Probably Fury versus Paul, right?
Yeah, Fury versus Paul right now.
Tommy Fury is a lucky.
Well, you know what? I do now that Jake and KSI lost to Tommy.
Logan. Gotta be
what?
Logan, Tommy.
Well, no, and that's what I'm saying. Jake and KSI have been talking about fighting for a while. Now that they both lost to Tommy, they could be like, all right, now we got to run it. You know what I mean?
Logan's going to try to scoop him up and go fight Tommy.
Well, then they can just switch it up.
But Tommy Fury's totally lucked out in his career to have this random ass lane. Because if he didn't have this lane where his skill set was required, there'd be nothing for him.
Yeah, he's incredibly good looking. He'd figure something out.
He'd be good, but not in boxing.
No, definitely not in boxing.
He somehow was able to keep his dream alive by boxing bozos.
I don't know. There's something to be said though about creators going from YouTubers and creating this lane where they've made themselves athletes.
I think they're way too competitive with him. It should not be that competitive.
Competitive with who?
Look. With Tommy, it's a bad look for him.
Yeah. It's a bad look for Tommy for sure. But I'm saying though, like it's a good look for creators in general who have, made fucking YouTube videos since they were youngsters, now creating this lane where they can make themselves into pro athletes and get these pro athlete paydays.
I'm impressed.
Good for them.
I'm impressed by their fighting skills for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm impressed by creators just
branching out.
Yeah, branching out and just doing these bigger things. You know what I mean? Like as more time goes on, creators are like becoming more ingrained in entertainment and popular culture.
It would be fun if they could do something else besides boxing, but nothing else really drives people to watch like that sport.
Yeah, I guess not.
Like if they're challenging each other one-on-one in basketball and doing a 6-month press tour, it's not the same.
Which one of the creators that we've worked with over the years do you think would do well in a creator boxing match?
Are you kidding me?
I mean, there's only one answer.
Well, I prefer him to do WWE, but why?
I mean, Chris would be incredible in either, really. I want to see more WWE because he can show off his personality more.
He should do the Al Snow with the head.
Bro, he already has his character name.
That's
He's
true.
the Hooligan.
Oh.
The Hooligan, bro. Chris White, the Hooligan.
His character.
He comes out and everyone in the stadium, holy.
No,
and
he starts
running.
off as a heel and becomes a hero.
Of course.
But there's no world where he's not losing every match.
I mean,
He'd have to. He'd be one of those heels that just loses.
But then, 10 years in, he wins the Royal Rumble. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I think, he would be great.
Well, no one else has the personality for it. He literally is a character. Else really. Who else is even a character? MMG could be a good babyface.
MMG?
Like a good American, a good hero.
He's too pretty to be a boxer.
He looks like Logan Paul.
He's too... No. We're not... that's the good brother MMG. We're not going to mess up his face. That's his moneymaker. We're not doing that to him. But
I just think he's a solid athlete.
Oh, yeah,
and I think he can talk. He has good mic skills.
Yeah. No, that's... Cash, too. Cash Nasty is a bully.
Cash would be good.
Cash would be great.
White would be good. Either a Cash White tag team, maybe ideal.
Ooh, Cash White tag team at SummerSlam. Triple H, if you're listening, make it happen. But speaking of creators that we've worked with, I made a little bracket of the 16 most box office creators that we've ever worked with. And I want to be clear that everyone on this list is a good brother and a friend of ours. But so we're not doing this based on like how much we like them, but more so we're incorporating everything about them. Who's the most box office creator we've ever worked with?
Some numbers that have nothing to do with anything?
Consider everything. Make your argument.
Okay.
We just have to, and if we agree, we agree.
I don't want Chris White to win this, even though I think he might. Should.
He's certainly on the list, but I don't know if he'll win it. But I included everyone we love.
His content might not be good enough.
No, we'll get there. We'll talk about it.
So the criteria is simply box office?
No, the criteria, like we have to make our argument, right? We can talk about our personal relationship with them, everything that they've ever accomplished.
No, but what the winner of this should be have the most it factor, be the most box office?
It's everything though. Like it's their how much if they won a lot in House of Highlights competitions, all of that.
I'm going to factor entertainment value, and it factor is going to be huge for me.
All right. 16 of the greatest creators we've ever worked with. Let's find out who's number one. First matchup, the good brother MMG versus the Quiet Storm.
Damn.
Devontae Friga. We love both of these brothers.
That's a tough first round matchup for Friga. Great creator, great guy, too humble.
Yeah, a little too humble, a little too smacked.
Look at the energy that MMG brings all the time.
Are you kidding me?
Every competition.
Yeah, I had to ask MMG the first time we met him if it's exhausting for him to scream throughout all of his videos.
That's what he does.
It just brings the energy.
He puts on headphones so he can't hear himself talk.
That's right. Also, 2-time HOH showdown winner.
Not 3?
3, actually. Golf, knockout.
That's it. Didn't he win 3?
He might have won 3. Anyway, at least 2, maybe 3 wins. The brother is special. I think we got to go MMG.
Definitely MMG. Also, MMG's content is more exciting, even though it's not at all.
Yeah.
Just playing Madden shouldn't be more exciting than pick up basketball, and that's why he wins this matchup.
But if you're on an island with Devontae Friga, good luck. Next up, Jesser versus Mark Phillips.
Jesser puts out videos with extremely box office titles. But Mark is the most box office person and entertainer I've potentially ever seen. I've never seen someone with as much charisma as Mark Phillips in my life. I've said that on record. Outside of these walls.
I would say that these two are equally successful in different ways. Like Jesser probably more so on YouTube. Mark probably in every other aspect.
So it sounds like they're not just as successful as each other.
I know,
but anyway,
but Jesser is crazy on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's one
top
of the
dog in sports.
Yeah, he's one of the YouTube gods out there. But Mark is also the god of Twitter,
and he's going to be a movie star.
And he's going to be a movie star, the TV star, or something. Like he's just got. They both have bright careers ahead of them, but we also love Mark. And that's one of our favorite guys. Give it to Mark. Love you, Jesser. But
Mark can do more.
Thank you.
He can.
Enough said. All right. YPK Ray versus I Am Dante. I mean, Dante's hilarious, but we go pretty far back with the good brother YPK.
I mean, YPK is a great athlete, but Dante's entertaining the masses just from his little chair. I got Dante. People love Dante.
But YPK been on our podcast, and we've covered multiple different HOH events that he's been a part of, and he competes in every single one. He's a freak.
I mean, if you're in a competition, I hope you would compete.
But he won.
Oh, you mean like he's very good in all of them?
Yeah, Dante's hilarious from his chair, but what the hell has he done in any of the showdowns he's been a part of?
He didn't come in last place in go-karts?
He was close to last place. And also the dodgeball performance.
Pretty bad, but he's not an athlete. He was out there.
Yeah, you know what? We got to give him credit for being out there and trying his best. But I think overall, I got to give it to YPK Ray.
I got Dante.
All right, I'll give you this one. I might need one in the future.
Ooh.
You right? If you want to die on this hill, just know I'm going to need one back.
I'll take Dante.
All right, take Dante.
Oh, what a matchup we got here.
Cam Wilder versus Chris London. They could be variants of one another from different multiverses.
I don't want Cam Wilder to win, but I feel like he's kind of favored right now.
I don't know about that, though, bro.
I mean, I'm not going to vote for him, so make your case so I can disagree with you.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Chris, first of all, tallest man on YouTube. That goes without saying. He was part of 2 Hype, also recently a father, recently married. He's a family man. Every time we see him, he shows mad love. Cam is a little bit more timid. He keeps to himself, but he's one heck of a ball player. He's starting to play tough.
Cam is nice.
He's really, really good.
Never seen him pass one time.
He's really, really good. He's kind of a nut, but he's really, really good. But I just think as creators, it's kind of a push between the two of them. And I just think we got to go based on personal relationship. I think we're a little cooler with Chris than we are with Cam.
And history, because Cam is popping right now, but Chris has been doing this for 10 years, maybe?
He's been doing this.
Also, I like when people go up to everybody and show them love.
Agreed. I agreed.
Cam.
MMG versus Mark Phillips. God damn it. It's like picking between my 2 favorite sons.
How did this matchup start already? When we got
I don't
Dante
know.
versus Chris down
I
there.
have no idea.
Poor seating.
Yeah, I mean, it was like random. Damn it.
What's the criteria again? It's still very vague.
Very vague, just whatever we want it to be.
Mark. I got Mark.
I got MMG.
Oh, no. In terms of what?
Oh, man.
His energy?
His energy. Like, Mark is my guy, but I feel like MMG's our friend.
He is, but I'm trying to look past that Mark is one of the funniest people in the world.
Yeah, man.
And he got signed to 2 production deals by Issa Rae.
Okay. So we making this career based. Because we have great relationships with both of these brothers.
I mean, MMG's a great person and a great creator, but if we're talking about strictly in terms of creation, he has so much versatility and diversity in his content.
I think because we love them both, we have to put that aside and we just have to talk about like what it is that they put out into the world. And I think Mark probably has more mass appeal.
Mark, so universal.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly by like anime fans, and sports fans too.
Sports
MMG
fans.
is very, very specific 8 to 12-year-old white kid. Mark has that, maybe not as much, plus a million other things.
Yeah, older than 12 though. Give my man 8 to like 21.
I mean, I watch some stuff. So.
Yeah, you got college kids watching his
True.
shit for sure. Yeah, he's got that younger base. I think. Yeah, like I said, Mark has more mass appeal. Give it to the good brother, Supreme Dreams.
Mark isn't losing this.
I don't know.
If
We'll
I've said
see.
you have the best charisma I've ever seen, you're not going to lose this.
Yeah, I mean, you do
Does he
have it.
not,
You
though?
do really love Mark, but we'll see. We got some hitters on the other side.
Dante versus Chris, this doesn't really matter so much because they're going to lose.
I mean, they're gonna lose, but let's just go with Chris.
I'll go with London.
We'll go with London because again, we know him way better, and they're actually both married. So I respect family men.
You like marriage?
I love love. All right. Mark versus Chris. I mean, we don't got to talk too much about this. Chris, we love you, pal, but Mark is a powerhouse on this side
How
of the
many
bracket.
times do I have to say he's a movie star that's not in any movies yet?
Yeah, well, he will be. He might fuck around and be Bernie Mac someday.
Issa called him the Black Adam Sandler.
I mean,
that's as high praise.
That's
as you
very
can get.
high praise.
This is such an easy matchup.
Duke Dennis versus Zach TTG.
What I like about TTG, he doesn't. Duke Dennis is one of the coolest dudes ever.
Mm-hmm.
I like that TTG doesn't try to be cool, but with that said, he's not as cool as Duke Dennis.
Well, he's certainly not as cool as Duke Dennis, but I got love for both of these brothers being old heads in a young man's game, like us. Me, you, Zach, we're in our 30s. Duke, about to be in his 30s.
He's definitely 30.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, either way, my point is that we're all old heads in this game, and I got a lot of respect for the two of them. Duke is definitely a bigger star, but I broke bread with Zach TTG.
It's got to be Duke.
He gave me a taco.
It's got to be Duke. He lives like the rapper flashy lifestyle as a YouTuber.
I know.
Which is all ridiculous, but kind of cool.
Yeah. You know what?
All AMP does that.
And you know what? Duke, for being the biggest star as he is, he always shows love to us. So one time for Duke.
Also, he's put up some hilarious performances in these matchups.
When he scored on the other team's basket.
Backflips.
Yeah.
This is also a hilarious matchup.
Oh my God. A box office matchup. Agent Zero versus Chris White.
I know exactly where that Agent Zero photo is from, too. First knockout.
First knockout. I remember.
Agent's
first time we met him.
Agent got a lot of versatility to his game, too.
He's also so hot right now. And I don't mean physically. I just mean in terms of popularity.
He is?
Yeah.
Agent?
Kenny from his other account tweeted the other day, Agent really killing it right now, man.
How are AMP all having moments?
I mean, AMP's hot.
They're all just starting to stream, I think.
I think they're starting to stream, and I just think that, like, as a group, since they all kind of do the same thing, like, they pay attention to all of them. And, Chris, obviously...
Except for the good brother Davis.
Well, Davis does as best as he can. But Chris, he's a versatile talent. I asked him the other day, I was just like, when you win Creator League, can we expect a song to drop? He started cracking up. And he said, of course.
That's so funny. So funny when people crack up at. I'm sure it's already made.
Oh, yeah, no, he's definitely... And I hope he raps it to us outside of his car like he did the last time.
Pray he doesn't. Well, I mean, Chris White doesn't have nearly the success or following or work ethic as Agent Zero, but there's no doubt in my mind that he's more box office. He's a WWE heel come to life.
Absolutely, but are we really going to... He's probably my favorite creator.
Were you talking about better creator or more box office? It's not even close.
I don't know. Our standards for this bracket have been all over the fucking place.
It's not even close. It's Chris White. He's a way better entertainer.
All right, I'm down. I mean, I'm never going to vote against White, but
maybe-
Agent, something to be said about the good brother Agent.
He's an intellectual. I don't need that.
Gideon this is a good one. Gideon versus T-Jazz, the professional raw dogger versus the professional NBA trick shotter.
I mean, he has the best layups of all time. And Stephon Marbury said he's one of the greatest tricksters with the basketball the world's ever seen.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool praise coming from Vaseline Man.
He has OD partnerships with the NBA. He was just playing at the Garden with Jenna Bandy
was also
and Latrell Sprewell and Steve Novak.
Did you not see him in Dubai in like the full getup?
I did.
Doing trick shots. He had like, I don't know what you call it, like a collarless and the robe down to here.
Oh, okay. I'm going to need footage of that right here.
He like
right,
did it
right
like,
there.
like a 360 with that like onto a moving boat. I mean, his trick shots are incredible, but he's too humble. He's too humble to get
He's so
advanced.
humble, so quiet.
Yeah.
Just like, and Gideon is box office, so funny.
He can
Always gives us mad good energy. And then, him getting into a fight with Logan Paul the other day, amazing.
You're two-faced. Well, Gideon can also go up to anyone and talk to them, and he treats everyone normally. And if you ever want to like FaceTime your little cousin for him, he's down. He's down to talk to all his fans.
Yeah.
Not that T-Jax isn't, but I just think Gideon's way more popular, so that's a big ask.
Yeah. Again, I got to keep reminding y'all, we love all these brothers. Cash Nasty versus Kenny Beecham, king of the fourth quarter.
Yo! Whoa!
I mean, I love Cash to death, but this is easy. This is easy.
Kenny?
Of course.
Do tell.
Say why?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, out of everyone on the list, we're probably the closest to him. Him or MMG. And Kenny, he's been around since I've been working at this job. I legitimately watch his videos all the time. I've been on a road trip with the brother. We've broke bread as well. I really enjoy his content. He was on First Take.
That's okay. That's enough said. But he makes videos that should be really boring, really fun.
Absolutely.
So that's a plus for him. The same could be said about MMG, but Kenny's not facing Mark.
No, yeah, exactly. So as much as we love Cash, you're a god in your lane, and we still remember the day you caved in we still remember the day you caved in Cam's chest, and we respect you for that, but it's got to be the king of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Kenny makes, like I said, really lame concepts. I get very invested
Bro,
for no reason.
He sent us merch for free.
I do like those hats too.
Yeah, they're great.
Here we go.
Duke Danis or Chris White? I mean, I think like we really would be choosing with our heart if we picked White here.
And I'm going to. Well, think about it. During COVID, pandemic, basketball content was incredible, and he literally carried it. Watching him play pickup basketball is one of the most entertaining things in life.
He's a baby.
So many good lines, so many fights for no reason. Not for nothing, he always won. Always won. I don't know if it was editing or if he's that nice, because he did hold Lance Stevenson to 16 points in a playoff game.
Sources tell me that that's true.
My first Google result said Lance scored a career-high 50 points against FDR. There's no way that's true. And he scored 22?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't necessarily believe Chris White when he says that bullshit, but you got to respect the storyteller who sticks to his story.
He can rap. He can play ball, kind of. Duke Danis?
He might be in Fast 11.
All Duke got is a grill.
And unlimited Riz.
Duke's a cool dude, but White. I got White. Duke doesn't come with that same energy as White.
What a ridiculous choice, but I'm down. Go White.
White can't last too much longer.
Yeah, I mean,
We said it's not about the numbers.
It's not. We got to justify it. See, this is a difficult one, but again, as much as I love Gideon, I'm not going against Kenny. It's got to be Kenny and Mark in the finals.
No, it doesn't.
It has to be.
It doesn't. What's the criteria for this again?
We'll keep going over the criteria. I'm
if you
telling
have to
you.
say it in one sentence, like 10 words.
Personal relationship, cultural impact, and showdown
Wait, a
performance.
personal relationship shouldn't impact this.
Why not? I'd say everything's on the table.
Well, if it's a personal relationship bracket, it's like, oh, who are we friends with?
No, but that's not. But I'm just saying we're considering everything.
A more box office creator has to be Gideon. He's in the news all the time for his ridiculous antics.
Yeah, I know, but that's not you. Just that's not part of what I just said. In terms, like it can be a part of what I said about our standards here and like how we're choosing this. But I'm telling you, I got Kenny.
Well, I unfortunately forced myself to take Dante, so you can have this one. Although I really do think it's Gideon. When you're making the news like that, he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world.
Right,
Kenny's not even close.
All right, fine. Then go Gideon then.
Well, no, because this matchup's too intriguing.
Oh, God. Here we got King of the fourth quarter versus Chris White. Once again, we cannot pick with our heart here.
I think I have to.
I got to go Kenny again. You really want a final of White versus Mark Phillips?
Yeah, we could do a nice little final for Kenny and Mark. But I think, Chris White's behavior at the end of the day has to get him punished in some regard.
Yeah, absolutely.
In some regard. So Kenny, just a wholesome creator for all ages.
Yeah, exactly.
He's no danger of getting any violations from YouTube.
Just like completely the kind of kid that you would let date your daughter. You know?
You want to root for him.
You want to root for Kenny.
I want to root for White, but I think I'm the only one. So.
And finally, Mark Phillips, Supreme Dreams versus the king of the fourth quarter himself, Kenny Beecham.
I mean, I hate to say it, but this bracket was done before it started. It's obviously Mark Phillips.
Yeah, I mean.
He's an actor extraordinaire.
Yeah,
he can play
exactly.
all different sorts of roles he puts his brothers on. Not that Kenny doesn't, but in a way funnier way.
I mean, like in small ways, this was about like how much we know these brothers and how much we like these brothers. But at the end of the day, it really has to come down to versatility and what they can contribute to content creation and to the culture. And Mark is just going to continue to be a star for years to come. As will Kenny, but like in a less mainstream.
It'll be more niche.
Yeah, exactly. More niche.
It
That's
could
a
be
good way
real
of putting it.
mainstream, but like ESPN's not as big as a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do think Mark, he should be in an action comedy movie with Drake.
I mean, that would be fucking
Where they're
genius.
detectives or some shit like that. Just
Or
put
like-
him up with anybody.
Or like a hood horror movie.
A hood horror movie makes way more sense.
That would be
already
amazing.
What they do, yeah.
I mean, that would just be so good. Like them reacting, like a hood horror comedy would be
That'd be
ridiculously perfect for them. So, yeah, Kenny, we love you. Thank you for the hats. But
Runner up though, not bad.
Runner up is not
Look at
bad.
this field he's in.
Yes, so it goes. So it's going to Mark. Mark, we love you, pal. Everybody in this bracket, we salute y'all. We appreciate y'all contribution to YouTube and the culture as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be Mark. Thank you for everybody involved. Without y'all, what the hell would we be doing?
Mark, I feel like Mark goes way beyond YouTube too.
Yeah, I mean,
He across all platforms, all sketches, beloved by all celebrities.
he's the man. He really is the man.
And he gets wherever we go, he's recognized. Wherever we go.
That's a fact. Wow, man, I really thought Kenny was going to take it, but you convinced me with Mark.
I mean,
I-
Kenny's a traditional media man.
I think that, like I said, that shit about the standards that we were going to hold everybody to in order to like qualifications for the bracket, but really I just made it about
Who you like
personal
the most.
relationships and who I like the most.
And if that was the case, MMG probably would have won.
Yeah,
disrespect to
exactly.
The other brothers, but
No, I'm saying we love all of them, but fuck, they got friends that they like more.
that's true.
Like, what the fuck? We got to feel bad about
True.
that? Anyway,
Congratulations, Mark Phillips.
anyway.
But where are your HBO series? I've been waiting for these for years.
I mean, sometimes, writer strike, development, it takes a
True,
lot.
true.
Production, there's a lot that goes into it, but trust and believe the good brother Mark will be involved.
One's animated too.
That us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He said it's like an Ed and Eddie type.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Broadcast Boys Show. Logan Paul, you should be ashamed of yourself. Dylan Danis is a cornball. Whatever. We'll talk more about it next week. All love, top to bottom. You already know what it is. Peace.